Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Misa, and welcome back to another installment of Misa's Comfy Corner. Welcome back guys, today I want to talk a bit more about school, since that's kind of something that's been going on with me. I've been feeling a bit depressed with school, but it's all good. But I've been able to clear all of my stuff up with school. I've been able to clear everything up, so it's all good. But yeah, today I'll be talking a bit more about school, but first I got to address something unfortunate. So, of course, this means back to politics. Recently, Donald Trump had gave his big State of the Union address, or addressing the nation or whatever. And in that, he unfortunately talked about finally killing the Board of Education. I think that's what I've heard. Now, of course, this is something that sounds like it needs to be stressed about. But no. As I'm pretty confident in Congress and the House and all of that, I'm blocking that. As it's of course a big thing. And so I'm sure that's going to be pushed back, or due to lawsuits and people criticizing this big change, he'd probably just shut it down himself or whatever. So nothing to worry about. I haven't really seen anyone talking about it or covering it. So I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I don't think that's something we should really be talking about right now, as I haven't really seen anyone talking about it, so I think we're all good. But yeah, so now I want to talk a bit more about school, about, us and, emotions and stuff like that. So I want to talk about, 3 things I think could be pretty helpful when it comes to bullying. So bullying is, of course, not great. I've, of course, been bullied before. I'm sure many of you have been bullied before. And it's important that we talk about it with, with a lot of the people at school. And I think that, good ways to help, with stuff like that is just, of course, unfortunately, we can't really fight back when it comes to a lot of things. But it's best to maintain maturity and maintain, putting up a good front for the ones for the higher ups at school that are cracking down on the situation. Well, at least, of course, that's what the teachers have talked to me about during the meeting that I had yesterday with teachers, or on Friday. The day I'm recording this is Saturday. So yeah, I don't know if I explained it too well, so of course, if they are, if a lot of the stuff is verbal, then I think that it's best to just leave it alone and talk to teachers, talk to guidance counselors about it. And it's important to maintain being mature and respectful, so that you can seem like the good guy in the situation, because, of course, that way people will be more inclined to listen to you. If it's physical, unfortunately, that's where things get a bit tricky. Of course, in schools, you can't really fight back. They'll punish you if you fight back, which, in my opinion, is pretty unfair. So, in school, it's best to try and defend yourself, not with anything physical, but by simply putting your arms up and trying to block, any attacks that come your way. Try to dodge and weave out the situation, of course. In my opinion, I don't know how effective it would be, but it's best to just not get into any fights in the first place. But outside of school, and of course I'm not condoning violence, if they do attack you, then it's important to defend yourself. Even go as far as to attack back. And of course, weak points are, if it's male, aim for the crotch, of course. Try to restrain them, of course. You have to go for, according to my dad, it's best to gouge your eyes out. Now of course, I'm not condoning violence, so it's best not to get into any fights in the first place. But if they are attacking you, I'm not saying you shouldn't defend yourself. That's all I'm gonna say in this. But now, when it comes to friends, of course, I have some friends. Recently, there was a bit of an incident, but I don't really want to talk about that. I want to more talk about, sticking up for yourself and advocating for yourself. As, if you end up having, let's say a panic attack or something and having to flee to a corner in order to, calm down and help yourself and defend yourself, like some kind of coping mechanism. Of course, I'm sure they'll, of course, make sure that you're okay, of course, but as well as the teacher making sure that you're okay and figuring out ways to make sure that this doesn't happen again in the future. It's best to work with them. It may be scary what you're going through, but it's best to help work with the people that are around you, as it will make you feel better. And it's important to speak clearly and advocate for yourself. Well, you gotta speak clearly. You've got to you have to. Well, my teacher gave me some pointers. The only one I remember was speak clearly. But yes, definitely speak clearly, as that will help to get your point across. Work with them. Stay calm in the situation. It may seem difficult, but as long as you're able to get your point across well, everything will be okay. I'm confident in it. I've gone through some hard things before. Yeah. So, but yeah, and then afterwards, if you're feeling okay, then it's best to apologize and explain what you did wrong. Of course, it's not your fault, but I think that it's good just in case. You don't have to really apologize if you don't want to. It's more of an optional thing, but it's best to explain yourself and explain what happened. And I'm sure that if they are your friends, they'll reassure you that whatever happened, it was not your fault and it's nothing to apologize for. In fact, you simply had a bit of a rough time, and that you're just glad you're okay. But if you're not your friends, they'll of course kind of be pissed at you for, I don't know. I mean, if you were being mean and attacking them and stuff, I can see why they'd be mad, but if it wasn't that, then they're just not your friends, and you kind of dodged a bullet with not having them be, close to you anymore. It will hurt, but the good thing is that they're out of your life. So that's really all I wanted to touch up on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember that, good things will in fact come your way. If you're having a bad day, then tomorrow things will get better. And who knows, maybe one of these days you'll make friends, you'll have some good moments with people, who knows. But thank you for watching. I'm your host, Misa Drevis, and this has been The Comfy Corner. Peace out, y'all.